Hello and welcome to Arizona Express. I'm your host, Alicia Parker. Today's guests are Jamie Contreras and George Haralambous, who own and operate Pitta Souvli, a Mediterranean grill located in Chandler. Jamie is with us right now. Thank you for being on the show.
You're welcome.
And George will join us later in the show and show us how to make a delicious Greek dish. Thanks again for being here, Jamie.
You're very welcome.
And I want to talk a little bit about Pitta Souvli.
Okay.
And first of all, I would like to know what made you decide to open up this type of restaurant?
We both had a passion to have a restaurant. I wanted kind of a wine bar cafe, and he's Greek from the island of Cyprus. So we decided that a little Greek grill would be perfect. I have a background in yoga nutrition, so it kind of goes hand in hand with the Mediterranean diet, and that's kind of where it came from.
That's wonderful. Yeah. And I know I heard you before the show that you were vegetarian.
Yep.
So it's definitely a passion for you to have the healthy food.
Yeah, I give options, multiple options to people.
Yeah, so. Speaking of that, how did you decide what exactly was on your menu? And tell us a little bit about what makes it special.
Okay. We decided, well, a lot of it's traditional Greek food. And then we have a lot of vegetarian options as well, which the Mediterranean diet and Greek diet, there are a lot of options, and we've just kind of enhanced them with, you know, certain things. A lot of things are made from scratch, lots of olive oil, fresh vegetables, organic produce when available.
No, yeah, my mouth is watering already.
Oh, it's an amazing, amazing restaurant.
So your ingredients are all fresh?
Yep, produce comes in daily, meats are cut daily, everything's fresh.
And everything, and I heard also nothing was held in, you know, like those big walk-in coolers that
No, we don't. We have no walk-in storage, which is, it's bad and good, but overall it's good because that makes us, you know, cut vegetables 3-4 times a day. Everything is fresh, and yeah.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, that sets you apart from so many other restaurants.
Exactly.
Because anybody could walk into a chain restaurant and have a walk-in, something that's been sitting there for 2 or 3 days. And you're right.
You use it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And you can taste the difference.
Yeah,
and,
you definitely can.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so also I wanted to ask you a little bit about how your restaurant is different from other Greek restaurants that we might encounter.
Well, we have a lot of traditional items. We have a lot of vegetarian items. We can do vegan too. And then what we do on the weekends is we do weekend specials. We have an email database that we send everybody out. We post it on our website.
Great.
And we do fusion. So we've done Greek-Sican, Greek Asian. We've done incorporated Thai.
Greek Mexican, right?
Greek Mexican. We're in Arizona, right?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's kind of different. You know, not all restaurants do that.
You tell me a little bit about one of the fusion, like the Greek-Sican. What is maybe a dish that you will serve?
We do a yamista chili, which means stuffed chili in Greek, which is like basically your chili relleno. So we do actually a hummus batter on the outside, stuff it with our gyro meat and this imported feta, and then we do a green chili hummus sauce over the top.
So you get to put your own little spin on it.
Yeah, so it's kind of Greek and Mexican, and there's that flair there, and it gives people options.
That's so cool. Well, here, we're going to take a look at a clip of some behind the scenes in Pitta Souvli. Let's take a look. Okay, so I want to ask you, too, coming up here, we see this award. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yep, we've been in the Chandler Culinary Festival for the past couple of years. In 2010, we did win Taste of Chandler for Best of Mediterranean. This is kind of behind our kitchen. It's a busy Friday night. Got everybody back there, the veggie side. They're making the salads. Everything's done fresh to order, and then we've got the grill side there.
Yeah, you can definitely tell how clean it is back there and how well ran it is, and everything looks fresh.
Yeah, they're very efficient. That's our lamb souvlaki, one of our biggest sellers, fresh New Zealand leg of lamb there. And then, you know, mushrooms, again, for vegetarians and stuff. And then saganaki, everybody knows saganaki, the flaming cheese. So
I've heard so much about this dish, too. And
it's wonderful.
Apart from being such a show there in the kitchen, I've heard just the taste is unbeatable.
It is delicious. You should come
and
try
that looks really, really good.
Yeah,
okay, another thing that sets Pitta Souvli apart is that you incorporate belly dancing into your ambiance. So tell me a little bit about that.
Every couple of weeks, up to once a month, we bring in a belly dancer. She's been dancing with us for about 4 years now. Her name is Maheen, and she comes in on a Friday night, and she does her thing. She did a couple outfit changes. She does 2 sets, swords, fire. She kind of does it all. So it's dinner and a show, and people absolutely love it. It's a family affair. They can bring the kids in. They just want to come in with friends. Something a little bit different rather than, you know, always live music or this or that. We figured we're Mediterranean. It's a Middle Eastern Mediterranean kind of thing.
Sure.
So, you know,
yeah, like you said, it's something that, you know, they get a free show along with the meal, and another thing that sets Pitta Souvli apart from any other Greek restaurant that you could go. Yeah. Well, we actually do have a clip of the belly dancing, and so let's take a look at it right now.
All right.
Well, it's time to take a quick break. We'll be right back with George showing us how he creates a Greek salad. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss this part of the program.
Scottsdale Community College, a place with open doors.
That lead to my future.
Scene 7, awesome friendship.
All right, cut. That's good. That's what I need right there. A place for creativity.
A place for exploration.
It's a place for teamwork.
A place to cheer for your friends.
A place for self-expression.
A place for sharing ideas.
A place of culture.
Scottsdale Community College, a place for me.
Welcome back. I'm here with George, who's going to show us how to create a delicious Greek salad. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Everything looks delicious. Everything smells delicious. So I'll let you get right to it. Show us what we're going to make here today.
Very good. Today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious Greek salad. Let me start with the ingredients first. We have some romaine lettuce and organic spring mix. We have some fresh Roma tomatoes, red bell peppers, cucumber, some onion, garlic.
Yes, and then I want to tip these up so they can see it too.
Some feta cheese and some Kalamata olives. And we're going to start making the Greek salad by starting with our dressing first. So I'm going to grab a stainless steel bowl, my whisk, and I'm going to start with about a quarter cup of lemon juice.
Okay, so you make all the dressing fresh there at Pitta Souvli.
Yes, we make everything in our menu fresh from fresh ingredients daily.
That's great. That's wonderful. Okay, keep it going.
So I have my lemon juice for a quarter cup, a couple of tablespoons of apple cider vinegar.
Oh.
Apple cider vinegar, I like to use it in all of my dressings and all of my marinades because it's really high in antioxidants.
Oh, great, as opposed to the other vinegars that are not.
Exactly.
I noticed, yeah, you kind of sneak in the health wherever you can.
We're trying to do that in every recipe, even when our customers don't know. Like, for example, our carrot cake, we don't use as much oil as the recipe, for example, calls, and we add some applesauce, which it gives the same.
It gives the same flavor. It tastes just as good.
But a lot healthier.
You almost have to fool us like children, don't you? And just sneak in the house.
Exactly. That's
it
how
shows
it works.
that you care about your customers.
You got to eat your carrots, right?
Yeah, and it shows that you care about your your guests. Exactly. You want them to be healthy, but you don't necessarily want to throw it in their face or anything.
Yep.
Okay, keep going with the dressing.
All right, so I added some sea salt, and now I'm going to add some cracked pepper.
Okay.
This is white and black pepper together.
Oh, great.
Alrighty. Mix these a little bit together.
And I can already smell the vinegar and everything is so aromatic, and it's just delicious. I wish you could all smell it at home.
Alrighty, and now I'm going to use some garlic. I know that a lot of people think that Greek cuisine has to do with a lot of garlic.
Oh, definitely.
We use garlic, but we use garlic for flavor. We don't want to use too much because then it's overpowering and it has a really, really strong flavor. So you got to use garlic in moderation.
But it's definitely, so it's more of the accent than the star of the show.
Exactly, exactly.
Great.
It has to add something, not just take away from something else.
Absolutely.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and that's definitely a stigma that you hear about Mediterranean food, so that's good to know. Okay, and then what else do we have here?
And then I'm going to add my extra virgin olive oil. Every time you're making a dressing or a marinade, you got to add your acid base first, mix everything together, and then you add the oil slowly. And the reason you're doing that is in order to emulsify the mixture, so it doesn't just separate right away.
Oh, okay. Otherwise, yeah, you would just have the layer of vinegar and then the layer of oil.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
That's
it's all coming
sometimes
together.
when you let the dressing sit for a very long time, you got to shake the bottle or something.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Yeah, it's all coming together really nice.
Perfect. So I've used about, let's say, a little bit less than 1 cup of olive oil.
Okay.
And now I'm going to grab my mixed greens.
Okay.
Throw them in my bowl.
Yeah, and that all looks so fresh.
Yes, they are. I will use about a couple of ounces of my Greek dressing.
Okay. And I'm sure depending on to taste, too.
Exactly.
If it were mine, I would be drowning it. But
Some
like
people
you
like
said,
it
keeping
heavy.
it healthy without us knowing.
Exactly.
It shows you care. I'm glad about that.
Exactly. So I'm going to set my mixed greens.
Oh,
in the
that looks
plate,
amazing.
and then I'm going to continue with the rest of the veggies. Put this on the side. I will start with the bell pepper. I like to use red bell peppers instead of green bell peppers because I think the red bell peppers are a little sweeter, so it gives a nice little aftertaste, better than
Maybe a green or a yellow.
So we're cutting these in thin stripes.
And I noticed just all the colors are so vibrant on all of these vegetables, and they are organic.
Yes.
All the vegetables are
we
organic.
try to use organic as much as we can.
That's another thing that is just it sets Pitta Souvli apart.
Exactly. So here we have our red bell pepper. Now I'm going to cut my cucumber.
What kind of cucumber is that? I was going to notice that it was a little bit different from the ones I'm used to seeing.
This is actually called hothouse cucumber, or also known as English cucumbers. The reason we prefer these is that their skin is not as bitter as the regular cucumbers, so they have a nicer aftertaste when you eat them. So you can, if you want to peel it, you can peel it. We peel it at the restaurant, but you can get away with it without even peeling it.
I was noticing when you were cutting it, yeah, the skin didn't seem as tough and chewy as probably a normal cucumber.
Exactly.
Great.
So now we're going to use the onion. Hopefully, we're going to start crying here.
Yeah.
I always use Vidalia sweet onions, which they're less pungent and they're less acidic, so they don't really make you cry as much.
Yeah,
Like
I'm standing right here, and I notice usually I tear up right away, but I'm not tearing it up at all.
Well, a lot of places with Greek salads, they use the red onions, but I think those are way, way too strong, and they kind of take away.
You're right. Every other Greek salad I think I've probably had uses red onion. I think you're the first one that I've seen use the sweet Vidalia. And then you have Roma tomatoes here, of course.
Organic Roma tomatoes. We're going to dice them up.
Yeah, can't go wrong there. And I don't know if you can see, but his cutting skills are amazing, his knife skills. Everything is, yeah, I don't want to jinx you. Everything's coming out just perfectly, you know, everything's uniform. And I think that would really add to the overall aesthetic of your salad. You know, if you have those nice cuts and everything's, you know, those beautiful cuts, it's going to look more uniform.
You know what they say, that it's all about the appearance. And when you go to a restaurant, before you start eating, you see how the food looks and smell, and that's, you know, that's half the battle.
Right, before you even get it in your mouth.
So I'm going to put my salad right over here.
Yes. Ooh.
Now I'm going to add my feta cheese. Our feta is imported from Greece.
Oh, wow.
The reason we actually use imported feta is it tastes a lot better, and the basic difference between domestic feta and imported feta is that domestic feta is made from cow's milk, whereas imported feta from Greece, for example, is made from sheep's milk. And it has a different flavor, and you can taste it. It's a little saltier and it's a little stronger cheese.
I did. I got a chance to taste a little bit of it earlier, and I did notice that it's a little creamier texture too, and it melts in your mouth a little bit more.
Yep, exactly. So I'm going to finish the salad with some Kalamata olives. And here we have some pita bread. There is no salad completed, no Greek salad completed without
definitely.
fresh pita bread. So
oh, yes, and it looks, it already looks amazing, and that, I'm sure, just adds that little bit of crunch to it.
Exactly.
I'm definitely one of those people that likes to kind of have a little extra something with my salad, so you're giving me exactly what I want.
On top with a little oregano at the end.
Okay, I need to actually show our viewers what we're looking at here. Just the thing that I'm noticing right off the bat, not only are the colors and the flavor, you know, the textures all there, but like I said, everything's nice and uniform. And with those organic vegetables, you can smell the difference. Not only can you see it, but you can smell it. Everything smells so fresh. It doesn't have that slightly dirty flavor that some of the other vegetables have. So yeah, like I said, I really appreciate you making this here for us today. It looks amazing. It smells amazing. And I also want to thank my guests, Jamie Contreras and George Haralambous, for being on the show today. If you'd like to learn more about Pitta Souvli, visit their website at pittasouvli.com. That's spelled PITTASOUVLI.com. I'm your host, Alicia Parker. Thank you for watching Arizona Express. Thank you so much. You get to pick out this one. I ruined every salad.